Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. A few weeks ago, I gave you guys some insight on my top 10 high quality Milsurps to get for Christmas in 2022. And now I'm coming at you with the top 5 cheapest Milsurps you can get for Christmas 2022. Alright, and also stick around to the end because I'll give you guys all the runner-ups because I was online searching for about a good hour or so trying to find all the cheapest military surplus and law enforcement trade-ins I could find. So, the top of my list, which is also on my top 10 high quality list, is the Swiss K31. But this time, this one is specifically from Centerfire Systems because it's cheaper. It's about 400 bucks, but it doesn't come with a magazine. Now, this is your best bang for your buck right here, honestly, because the K31 is superbly accurate. It's well designed, Swiss engineered, and the K31 is still World War II era surplus. The only thing is from Centerfire Systems is they're missing the magazine. So if you can source a magazine or you can get one later, you might as well scoop these up now because I don't think I've ever seen them that cheap in a long time. All right, number 2 on my list is pretty cheap. It's from Atlantic Firearms. You can get the Hungarian AP66. The AP66 is essentially a FEG arsenal copy of the Walther PP, and it's really cheap. I mean, we're talking around $230, and compared to buying a Walther PP, you know, if you wanted a Walther PP, you're talking about, you know, almost $1,000, maybe 500 to $1,000, depending on what year the manufacturer and all that, and how the condition is. Well, Atlantic Firearms got your solution for your copy of a Walther PP. All right, number 3 is the Yugoslavian M57 with the trigger safety. Now, a lot of people do not like the frame safety on these Yugo M57s because A, it might cause mechanical issues, and B, it just doesn't look aesthetically correct. Now, with the trigger safety on these, nothing's modified on the frame, and you can essentially swap out the safety if you wanted to, or you could swap out the trigger if you wanted to with a correct trigger. Now, these are currently available at J&G Sales and AIM Surplus for $400. So a little bit more on the pricier side of the cheap Milsurps, but the condition looks great on these. And I think if you are definitely into that 7.62 Tokarev round and you want the M57, that's probably the one you want. All right, number 4 on my list is a Zastava M70, which was mainly used by police and used by some military police. But the M70s come in 32 ACP, and they're really cheap. For a surplus, you're talking about $220 to $250. You've got Sarco that has them, Atlantic Firearms, and Bud's Gun Shop that has them currently. So there's definitely a lot of them available right now, and 32 ACP shouldn't be hard to find. If you want a little plinkster for $220 to $250, there you go. All right, number 5 is probably the cheapest Milsurp rifle you can get right now, and these rifles date back to even pre-World War I. So they're really old. There's ammo still manufactured for them. We're talking about the Carcano M1891 Cavalry Carbine. Now, the Cavalry carbines were used by the Italian military throughout the first half of the 20th century, up until the end of World War II, essentially. And, you know, they saw uses not just with the cavalry troops, but the also bicycle troops and maybe some troops that supported the infantry. You could have seen them with infantry as well. Who knows? But throughout history of Italy, they used the Carcano rifle, and the most distinct, some people really call it really ugly, is probably the Carcano Cavalry carbine. So check those out. They are currently available. Royal Tiger Imports got them from Italy. Classic Firearms also got a batch from Italy. And J&G Sales also got a batch from Italy. So I would stick away from the Ethiopian imports, but, you know, stay with the definitely the Italian imports. Now, granted, There's a reason why they're cheap. Ammo costs a lot of money. You also need a clip to put the ammo in to use in the rifle, and those are kind of harder to come by. I think Royal Tiger might have some though. And the ammo, some of these barrels have just been shot out, and the ammo production these days might not be to mil spec as well. So what you're seeing is somewhat inaccurate rifles at further distances, and these are carbines too, so they're short. So you're not going to get, you know, long distance accuracy with these. But they are historical and they are available, and we all know what happens after the supply dries up, kind of thing, right? All right, and like I promised in the beginning, here are all the runner-ups. You got the Beretta 1951 from J&G Sales. J&G Sales also got the CZ50 and the CZ70. You could check out the Star BM from J&G and Atlantic. The Atlantic Firearms, they also got LE Trade-in SIG P320s, which, I mean, SIG P320s, they're really, really good. You know, I was thinking that is probably a good bang for your buck, but they come in around $500. So it's kind of pushing it on the cheaper side. Now Atlantic also has Beretta 84s, and they also have CZ82s, and CZ82s are, man, they're amazing. But they've gotten a lot more expensive throughout the years. So if you're looking for other LE trade-ins, Glock 22s are still available in 40 Smith & Wesson from Old Western Scrounger. And another thing that Atlantic Firearms has, I almost forgot, is the Star BS in 9mm, and the Star BS is kind of like a 9mm copy of a Colt 1911, though there are quite a few mechanical differences. So, but essentially it looks on the outside almost like a 1911. Well, there you guys have it. There's my top 5 plus the runner-ups military surplus that you can get for Christmas in 2022. So if this is kind of content that you really like, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, let me know your thoughts. What are you finding out there for cheap military surplus? You know, it doesn't hurt to go around local shops and see what they have too. They might have some good Christmas specials, trying to liquidate some of the inventory before the new year. So let me know what you guys are finding out there. And as I always say, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.